Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph and this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. In the previous episode we took a kind of an introductory look at kingdom management. We took a small tour of our new holding, which was the former hideout of the Stag Lord. It's ours now. We renamed a couple of things, we claimed some new territory, we had, like a good introduction. And I received a kind of a first small mission, and that's to travel back to Oleg's to talk to Bokken and make him the Barony's court alchemist, pretty much. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now we are currently the 25th of the month, and from what I understood, in the beginning of the new month there are people who want to talk to Baron Blackforge. So I need to make sure that I'm back by the beginning of the new month. Now that shouldn't be a gigantic issue. So I'm just gonna travel up towards Oleg's trading post all the way up here. But I'm gonna make a couple of stops in along the way, because as you can tell, there are a number of Barony Resources which need to be claimed, and those weren't available to claim prior to the kingdom mechanics, so they are now. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna head over here to some fertile land, which will give me +1 loyalty. A trip of 3 hours, it seems. Let's claim that. And it is as simple as that, it seems. Resource claimed, yes. Okay, now the next resource is... oh, there is one over there as well. But that is not in my territory yet. Yeah, exactly. My territory is inside of the river here. The Skunk River. So let me just travel to the parts in my area, basically. The old Sycamore, we've been there plenty of times. Let's just try and evade like these small encounters. There we go. Shrike Hills, we have some archaeological artifacts. And we need to pay BP to claim this. Okay, so this gives 1 culture. Yeah, let's claim it. Culture +1, there we go. What else is there? There is a old outpost. And there are some more, what is that? Blackberry Meadow. Okay, so let's go to the outpost first. And then maybe on the way back I can pay a visit to Dhorne, my new town. I think it's a town still. So yeah, let's do that as well. So we're gonna claim +2 military. That is good. I'm wondering if there is a reason not to do these things. It costs BP, yes, but
resting would be nice, don't you think?
oh, we spotted Two Rivers Field over there, in an area that we haven't discovered yet priorly. priorly? I don't know. So, another loyalty +1. And this provides 1 BP per week. Okay, so basically this takes 2 weeks to repay itself. 2 weeks. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, good thing I didn't follow my parents' advice and become an accountant. I would have bankrupted a whole bunch of companies, I guess. Anyway, it will repay itself, and so we're gonna claim that as well. And shall we travel to Two Rivers Fields? I think I want to do that now because let's see. Yeah, because the town that I want to go to is here on the left, so I'm not gonna come back past Two Rivers Field. So first I need to rest though, because everybody is tired. Now I read somewhere that it's best from now on to start using rations so that it cuts down on the time used to hunt, pretty much. So that's something to keep an eye on. Let's make pancakes. Why not?
If you lunge into the thick of every battle, why don't you wear armor? At least we could bury you in one piece that way.
Here we go. Now the dead one is planning on burying me. Not before I bury you.
Now, children. Please don't fight. Who is cooking? I forgot to check. But you messed up the pancakes. Okay, so let's head on back there. I'm just gonna try and avoid these small encounters. And let's head into Two Rivers Field.
All according to plan.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Boggart, okay, that shouldn't be giving us too many problems, I guess. How was that a sneak attack, Valerie? Like you ran straight at him. Okay, well, I'll take it. Can someone please loot the oh, I'm on pause, that's why. Alright. Let's disarm this, Lindsay, and please don't die.
I was successful in my search.
Oh, where did Lindsay go?
I do not believe this is possible.
Where did Lindsay go, actually? Oh, there she is. That's your job, Lindsay.
Anything else?
Well, keep up. Don't wander off on your own.
Stand with me.
Oh, a bunch of wolves. Shouldn't be a big issue.
This should do it.
Not even gonna bother. I think the Smilodon can... Oh, okay. I think the Smilodon can take them on by itself. Alright, so let's see if we can grab some skins. We can. There we go. Maybe some more over here. Yep. Let's take
In
a
due time.
quick stroll around to see
What's that?
if we discover some stuff that we can loot, like this, for example. Okay, nothing too special.
Applause, please.
Well done,
How
Lindsay.
curious.
Quiet your attention.
Oh. And we keep finding more traps and more secret stuff.
Applause, please.
Oh, a potato! That's been a while. Well, there we go.
I see something.
We don't need the potato for making pancakes, but maybe it'll come in handy some point. But damn, this camp was seriously protected. Wow. Oh, there's another wolf.
Victory!
Alright. And down it goes. Casually strolling around. There is not much to see here, I think. Yeah. Let's see, did that terrify anyone? No, it doesn't. And we are back where we started. Oops. Well, one of the gods wasn't pleased that we killed this boggart, it seems. Probably the boggart god who was a little bit pissed off there. Alright, so now this one was claimed. We are gonna head to Oleg's trading post. Let's see. They're standing outside in the rain. Hardcore. Oleg and Bokken are hardcore. Alright, Bokken. Oh, it's you. Want to buy anything? Bokken, how would you like to become my court alchemist? A court alchemist? Me? That'd be a first. Well, it's better than standing out here in the rain. Ah, fine. Come what may, you've been kind to me. Killed those damn spiders and brought an old man some berries. I'll work for you. Just one thing though, I need a new laboratory. Some place to keep all my bottles and ingredients. A workshop, yes. And as for me, don't you worry. I'll do my part. I should go. So, in the outskirts, so that is this region.
That is not far.
I don't think we need to talk to Bokken, to Oleg for something. Let me quickly check. Alright, we don't need Oleg. So now it's time to visit Dhorne. But we're first gonna make a quick stop in between. Okay, so we have to pay 15 build points to gain 1 loyalty. And this provides 1 BP per week again. So another 2 weeks, and that's been paid back as well. So let's claim that. And then we're heading towards Dhorne.
A rest would be welcome.
So let's see who we have here. We have a bunch of citizens. Seems like we can... the Baron himself! Greetings! There is nothing here to loot? What? Well, that sucks. There is a priest. Let's talk to that priest. Your Grace, thank you for finding time to visit this humble corner of your God-blessed barony. Can I be of service? I could use the help of a cleric. That's precisely why I'm here. Let me see, because we need to get Lindsay off death's door. So, greater restoration or a healer at the capital. Oh, of course, yeah, that ends. That starts with S of scroll. Do they have something called greater restoration? Doesn't look like it. Restoration, less restoration, no. Okay. So in that case, that's not very handy.
Call to them.
But can Lindsay talk to him and get something sorted out? No. Okay. Alright, was worth a try.
As it should be.
Well, at least these people are friendly. We have a dwarven trader, it seems. Who is not selling a lot. Is that all you got? Really? Okay. Well, let's see what I have that I can get rid of. So, is there someone we need to speak to over here? And if not, is there a way to access the kingdom mechanics? You have met an artisan, a special character who can craft equipment from you, from tough armor and powerful weapons to magic jewelry and scrolls. You will find one in every region of the Stolen Lands. Some of them arrive to you on their own, and others can be found in settlements. Having your own artisan is troublesome and expensive, and it's up to you to decide whether you want to help a particular artisan or not. Every artisan you meet will ask you for a favor. As soon as you fulfill the request, a workshop blueprint will appear in the settlement. An artisan with a workshop receives payment from the treasury and crafts weapons or armor for you, either at your request or of their own accord. Each artisan you hire will eventually request your help in creating a special item. Complete their special quest to unlock a masterpiece, an extraordinary piece of gear. The artisan will inform you that they prepared to start working on a masterpiece and ask you to stop placing specific orders in the meantime. Okay, so I'm assuming that the artisan in question is Bokken then for Dhorne. So let's take a quick look. We need to build a laboratory in Dhorne. Or is that... was it a herbalist house? No. Oh, here. Bokken's alchemical shop. It requires a town +1 economy when adjacent to a tavern or a longhouse. Okay, so let's build it here on the corner. And then maybe we can put a longhouse and a tavern adjacent to it. We'll see. Wait, if we put the longhouse here, then there is a number of buildings. Yeah, that makes more sense probably. Although if we put it there, yeah, that's the same actually. Yeah. There we go. Bokken's alchemical shop has been built. Let's see, we have 184 left. So what I would like to do is build a pier here as well, which is positive for the economy. There we go. And then that's it for now. I don't want to build the rest yet. Let's first see what kind of events pop up in the beginning of the month. And now it's the 29th of Serenit, so I think it is time to head back to Solistar. Oh, but I want to rest first, of course. And here we are, back in the throne room. Let's take a quick look. There are merchants in the capital. New merchants have arrived in the capital. Okay, so what does that do exactly? Let's skip a day. Traders have already set up their stalls and are waiting for new customers. Economy +2. Okay, that's great. So we need to get relations, arcane, stability, culture, and espionage. We need to get those up so that we can appoint a counselor for them. I think it's a counselor for each of these. So we currently have a community of 12, which provides us 1 BP per week. A loyalty of 24, military of 10, economy of 11. Those are the main ones, stability of 8. Okay. So that's good. I'm happy for the +2 economy. And now the question is, now what? So it's the first, so we need to kind of wait for advisors, I guess, to show up. Hands of Gold. Rumor has it that an unknown self-taught master crafting items of extraordinary beauty and rare quality has appeared in the region. Such people are rare. Something should be done to entice her to stay. Let's see who we can choose. We could choose Tristian, Amiri, or Valerie. It's gonna be Valerie this time. And let's see, requires 14 days to solve, and this is +3 community when successful. Okay, that's great. Let's start that event as well. And let's see what happens if we we skip a couple more days. So, several bandit encampments have emerged in the Gnarl Marshes. They plunder the peasants, rob travelers and merchants, and even attack tax gatherers. These bandits need to be muzzled. Yeah, I'm gonna send Amiri over there as soon as she's back from, let's see, 1 Erodus. That is in 1 month. Okay, so that's in 1 month, and Amiri is back in 6 days, so that should be fine. There's a troll invasion, holy crap. Keston arrived at the castle with reports of strange trolls swarming the Gnarl Marshes. Well, maybe they can take care of those bandits. Your Grace, I fear there's another matter that requires your attention. There have been reports, many of them, from settlements across the Gnarl Marshes. There are trolls in the forest, seemingly hordes of them. Rumors claim they're more than the typical savage beasts. They almost seem to show reason and tactics. They form groups, attack all at once, plunder the villages, and carry away the peasants. Even stranger, kobolds have been spotted among their ranks, when usually they would be attacked on sight. Not certain any of this is reliable. Fear builds mountains of molehills. Some of the rumors even say these trolls carry torches and burn down houses, seemingly unafraid of open flames. It's entirely possible the rest of the reports could be exaggerated as well. The common folk will hardly heed any simple exhortation. Someone will need to go to the Gnarl Marshes to investigate the matter. I was considering the matter when it hit me. What if you were to take on this investigation yourself, Your Grace? A Baron's duty is to his people. I'll head south and look into the situation. Thank you, Your Grace. When you decide to go, please remember the trolls can only be killed with fire or acid.
Trolls who didn't fear fire? That sounded terrible, and dangerous, and terribly dangerous. If we couldn't rein them in, our young barony would be eaten up in a snap.
Eaten up in a snap. That's how it is. So events, problems to solve, and opportunities to seize occur from time to time in your domain. These events may increase or decrease your barony's stats. Don't forget to look them up. All current events are listed at the bottom of the screen. An event may be addressed by the relevant advisor. To assign a task to an advisor, click the frame on the right side of the event card. The character in charge will act based on their own ideology and nature. Takes time to deal with an event, so the advisor will be unavailable for any other official missions. Every event has a difficulty level. To resolve the event successfully, the advisor must roll a number higher than the difficulty level of the event. The advisor's post ability is added to the dice roll. The barony stat the advisor is responsible for adds another 2 points per rank to every roll. Example, Valerie as a regent population stat grants a +2 bonus for her high charisma. The population stat rank is 1, so it gives another +2 bonus. If Valerie is put in charge of an event, her dice roll would have an overall bonus of +4. I see. So, where are these Gnarl Marches? South Gnarl Marches, that's over there. Oh, there is. Oh boy. There is a lot of Gnarl Marches, it seems. So, yeah, let's Maybe I should go south and then investigate the area between the two rivers here first, and then head down. Like I have like almost a whole month to do that. So let's do that. Let's first get some supplies. And then head out. That sounds like fun. Oh, and I completely forgot to talk to this guy, the blind elf. I was informed of him in the last episode, but I completely forgot. The man standing before you resembles an elf, but a very old one. His face is wrinkled and his beard is as white as mountain snow. The man seems to be completely blind. The old man stares past you with unseeing eyes. He seems to be consumed in his thoughts. He mutters a soft melody, swaying back and forth slightly to its rhythm. The man shudders briefly and stops singing. His mouth opens and closes a few times, bringing it to mind a fish brought ashore. Ah, who is there? Is that you, your grace? Oh, Arya. I'm an elf from Keonin. My name is not important. I am the storyteller, collector of stories. I collect unknown legends of ancient times. Long ago I was a smith in Keonin. The fire of the forge has burned out my eyes. But I'm grateful for it. If I could see, I would yet forge suits of armor for Iadara's guards. Instead, I have stepped on the path of an adventurer and gatherer of ancient legends. Many peoples are long dead, their homes crumple to dust. Their bodies turn to ash. Only legends can still tell us of their triumphs and defeats, their joys and fears. I would be so interested to hear the stories told about us after our demise. I've always been drawn to the Stolen Lands. It's not the Stolen Lands anymore, dude. It's the Hold of Blackforge. What's up with that? I mean, if you're blind, you cannot see the new location signs. I get that, but you know, someone should have told you it's the Hold of Blackforge now. But continue. Where countless expeditions, armies, and even kingdoms have met their untimely ends. When I learned of a new barony being founded in the heart of these lands, I knew I wanted to be part of its story. So I made the journey here. Are you really an elf? Do other elves age like you have? A common question. Despite my unusual looks, I am an elf and an old one, yes, perhaps older than any other elf in Keonin. However, I doubt my age alone is responsible for my appearance. I keep the stories of many peoples and races, some forever gone from the face of Galarian. But they live on in my memory and my heart. When I accept a new story, I lock it within myself, bearing the weight of its words and the emotions they invoke. I sometimes think that I probably should have died a long time ago, but some incomprehensible force is keeping me alive and granting me the ability to continue my quest to gather stories. Be it divine power or fell curse, I'm grateful either way. How could you tell it was me? And don't tell me that you smelled me. It's not so hard to recognize a ruler by the way he walks. No one in here steps as confidently as you, your grace. Oh, okay. That's yeah, flattery will get you very far, my friend. Let me see if I have an advisor spot for you. Thank you for your words. I'm unlikely to be able to interpret the intricacies of the political world or the affairs of the treasury, but my advice regarding the magic of the arts would be useful to any ruler. Alright, would you care to trade some stories with me? I am a collector, not a trader. If I share a story with you, you receive the power to pass it further, changing or embellishing it, whether willingly or not. Can I be certain you will keep my stories intact in their absolute purity? No, I do not think so. At least not yet. These legends are the most precious valuables of this world, the lost remnants of ancient tribes. They are beacons illuminating the way to the past, allowing us to meet generations long gone. I cannot let their light fade. The path to the past must not be lost. But I can offer you a deal, Your Grace. If on your journeys you discover items that come from eras past, bring them to me. And if my eyes can see the stories that these relics hold, I will gladly share them with you. Oh, okay. I've brought some relics. Are any worth of a story? How interesting, may I, Your Grace? A coin from a non-existent country. When Corl the Conqueror mastered Rustland, having claimed it for Brevoy, he prohibited the issuance and use of such coins. Both ordinary folk and the Eldori sword lords were required to use new coins, decorated with Corl's profile. But no one was quick to be rid of these prohibited coins, oh no. In many houses they still store boxes and whole chests of such coins, waiting for the day when Rustland declares its independence. Oh, so I got 200 gold coins for that. That's okay. Remind me what it is you want from me. In your travels, pay special attention to items from ancient eras. There must be an abundance of such things throughout the stolen lands, for these lands remember stories of the rise and fall of many kingdoms. I'll leave you to your legends till we meet again. Okay, so yeah, that's one use of all those antiquities things, so I can use those. But I was actually on my way out. No, I want to go...
In due time.
Whoa. Someone waxed the floor of the throne room, and my poor Smilodon wasn't able to get any grip on the floor. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I leveled up all the characters. So if you're interested in how I did that, there is a link to the different builds that I used in the video description. I'm not saying I'm following those builds 100%, but at the very least they inspired me. Okay, so we want to go here into these marches. Let's see if we can find a way to cross the river. A ford across the Skunk River. Yeah, let's enter that.
All according to plan.
I'm never following the main road. I'm always veering off to the bushes. Ferocious wolf. Well, he's not gonna last very long. How are you?
Anything is possible. Serves you right.
Enemy approaching.
Down they go. Collect some skins. What's up with this kid? Nothing much besides some valuables, unfortunately. Or maybe it was a gnome.
What a surprise.
Indeed.
You cannot stand against me.
Kobolds. Help the beleaguered travelers. Okay, so seems we're gonna have to do that. So, Smilodon, why don't you charge on in? Grab the first one you see. Or any, actually. No. We're going into the water.
You deserved it.
Yeah, you did. Miri, why don't you swing on these guys here? You can rage. Bang! Was that 2 in 1 hit? I think so. Quick, you gotta help us. With what exactly? Oh. Oh, really? Is it Tartuccio again? So, the gnome invites some of his friends. Stupid, slow, sluggish gnome. There's a purple kobold on the riverbank who looks like your old acquaintance Tartuccio, yeah. Kobolds wants this card, kobolds shall have it. By orders of myself, the glorious King Tartuccio. Oh boy. The head of the gnome expedition wipes his brow and glares at the kobold. This bastard was the one talking our ears off while the rest of them were trying to steal our cards. King Tartuccio. The gnome looks at you and winks. What do you say of a bit of regicide? Tartuccio, I recognize ya. What's this new disguise? Why ain't you dead? How dare you speak like that to King? Kobolds attack. Well, okay.
We will be victorious.
Is he still there? No, of course not. Alright, Smilodon, how about you charge now then? Yeah, that'll work. Other Smilodon, why don't you charge another one of these guys? Okay, Lindsay, I'm gonna ask you to take on the archers.
Any last wishes?
And let's see, Riella, why don't you take on the archers as well? Yeah, it's not gonna take very long. See you soon enough, this is not over. Well, that sucks. My cart, it's sinking. I'm holding it. While the gnomes were busy fighting the kobolds, furiously cursing and diligently punching their unwelcome guests right in their dragonish snouts, the cart was all but forgotten. The unwitting cause of the fight, it was being dragged away by the scared ponies when it slid down the ford, sinking all the way up to the coachman's seat in the river. This was where the Skunk River flows into the Tuskwater, and the current becomes excessively spiteful, cold, stubborn, and turbulent. Having taken hold of the gnome's cart, the Skunk River must have decided to drag it down amid all the commotion, but it was caught in the act. The surviving gnomes, led by the head of the gnome expedition, an extremely loud and crabby fellow, but not without some managerial talent, were able to catch the cart before it floated away. Faces red and grunting from the strain, they struggled to keep it from drowning entirely. Just then, a package fell into the water. With a heartbreaking splash, it vanished beneath the current, only to resurface 10 meters down the river. No! The head of the gnome expedition moaned as he glowered at the package. That was Alchemy and Life, the latest issue. Well, you know. Would have been worse if it was the Unspeakable Oath issue number 1, you know. After plunging into the cold river, the ponies immediately lost their nerve. Swiveling their ears and twitching, they tried to chew through the reins and throw off the load. Why are you just standing around? Go on, help them. The head of the gnome expedition was visibly dissatisfied as he shouted. Let's see. One of us tried to jump onto the cart to untie the ponies still standing in the water. We tied a rope to the cart. Gathering our strength, we began pulling the cart from the river. We left the cart alone for a moment, hoping to find someone helpful nearby. Okay, so one of us tried to jump onto the cart. And let's see. That's gonna be Riala, I guess. Oh, wow. Riala nimbly climbed onto the roof of the cart and carefully crawled towards the ponies hitched up at the riverbank. The ponies seemed to be relieved to feel a firm hand holding the reins again. They calmed down at once and allowed themselves to be unhinged. In just a few moments, they were standing back at the fort, ready to pull the cart from the river. While the gnomes were busy fighting the kobolds... okay, so I already read that. Let's see. We tied a rope to the cart. That makes sense, I guess. And then, gathering our strength, we began pulling the cart from the river. If you're certain you're ready, then let's do it, but be careful. Imagine the cart's full of gold or ale or some other thing you couldn't bear to lose. Better you should trust in our dignity than our greed, Sir Gnome. For God's sake, whatever, just pull the cart. We tried to pull the cart out. The cart creaked and cracked, sounding as though it were sobbing. The boards strained against the combined stress of the rushing water's pull against everyone trying to pull the cart ashore. Unfortunately for the cart, both sides were of equal strength. Something had to be done or the poor cart will be torn to pieces. Okay, so I think the best chance I have is actually the lore nature, because I have a plus 12. So I only need a 7, and for the strength I still need to roll a 10. So the exhausted ponies had worked themselves up into a ladder and foam covered the bits on their teeth. The Baron tried to calm and reassure them. After everyone struggled together for a while, the cart finally made it out of the muddy riverbed and rolled back onto the rocky ground of the waiting ford, prompting some seemingly indignant sloshes and squelches as the river released its trophy and rushed along in search of easier prey. Losing no time, the head of the gnome expedition jumped inside for a good while. Rattling and swearing were all that could be heard from the cart, until the gnome's face finally reappeared from under the rooftop, seemingly satisfied. Almost everything's still in place, he announced cheerfully, jumping from the cart. It's all wet and crumpled, but at least nothing's missing. Thank you, travelers. If not for your help, guided by my keen supervision, of course, I'd have had to say goodbye to all my possessions. Come here, my valiant savior, let me give you a hug. I think he said something else, but you know. The gnome that stands before you wears dirty and ragged clothes. They used to look stylish and wealthy long ago, but those times are long gone. His black hair is matted, a deep fresh scratch crosses his cheek. Despite of this rather pathetic look, the gnome behaves with inner dignity and even manages to maintain a superior manner.
Jubilost Nartropple, at your grace's service. Your help with these kobolds and my almost drowned cart was timely indeed. By the way, it's a shame no one organized a greeting party when such a famous and popular person as myself arrived to your capital. I wasn't expecting a red carpet covered with rose petals, but you could at least have sent ahead some delegation.
Hey, you're being welcomed by the Baron himself. What are you complaining about?
Oh, at least some of my servants are still alive. Do you know how much it costs to train a proper servant? Also, while I'm on that, I'd like to make an official announcement. The roads in your barony are in terrible condition. People must search for wading fords to cross the rivers because no one had bothered themselves with building bridges, and honest travelers have to take the risk of being attacked by kobolds at any moment. So, how did you say your barony was called? Ah, whatever, never mind. When I draw the map of these lands, I will call them Maybe Local Baron Will Help. I guess it's a fitting name.
Are you done?
You think too highly of yourself, Sir Gnome. Behave with some dignity while you're on these lands.
Oh yeah, tell him, Valerie.
Oh, I see. The very spirit of knighthood embodied. So, what do you propose me to do, Sir Knight? Should I lie?
By no means. But you shall not be so blunt. I bid you to express your opinion in a more courteous form.
Your problem, Sir Knight, is that you worry too much about form and appearance. Unsurprisingly so, considering your pretty face. As for me, I worry solely about the content.
Okay, it seems to you that the gnome has stepped on her toes. Alright, so let's see. I don't like your manner of speaking, gnome.
So what? I don't like a lot of things. You know what I do when I don't like something? I try to change it. For example, I don't like your barony's roads, so I've reported to the authorities about it, namely, you. And as for you, instead of pouting, you better get down to business and try to resolve the trouble.
Oh boy, I'm so gonna punch you in the face.
I can see it's your first encounter with the freedom of speech. Just do what you consider right, and let others discuss it. You know, not everyone gets a chance to become a baron, so discussing a baron's actions is actually all the unlucky ones can do.
Still, I'd like you to hold back your harsh comments.
And I'd like you to stop telling me what to do.
How do you know I'm a baron?
I've already told you I visited your capital some time ago. Weren't you listening to me? And I'm used to being greeted by officials when I arrive to settlements of at least some importance. The glory of myself and my exploits usually precedes me, and officials usually prefer to be on good terms with me.
I didn't know you'd come.
Yes, you're right. I should have remembered that your lands are in the middle of nowhere, and you don't get updates on important things in time.
So what happened here? How did your cart end up in the river?
My party and I set up camp at the bank of this river. We'd just finished kindling the fire when that purple bastard appeared. You know what he told me? He introduced himself as the king of the kobolds and told me he needed our clothes because he wanted to dress his subjects properly, you see, as long as they've established the kingdom of their own. That's literally what he said. I wonder, where did he learn the words? Obviously, I told him to buzz off. Some kobold wants to strut around wearing the clothes of the great cartographer Jubilost Nartropple. No way. So I've been explaining my position to him, being rather eloquent too, suggesting he and his so-called kingdom might as well fall into the deepest sinkhole. In the meantime, I've noticed that kobolds have already started to untie my cart. Well, I called my men to keep the cart safe. They couldn't guess what to do on their own, just stood there with their mouths ajar. Then things heated up as the fighting started, and while we were fighting, the ponies dragged the cart to the river. Ah, stupid animals.
You said you were famous. What are you famous for?
That was either a stupid and offensive joke or a case of total ignorance. The latter, I hope. I'm famous as a traveler, a cartographer, an alchemist, and a journalist. The students of all the major universities study the world using my maps. My articles for different journals are well known everywhere, from Andorran to Brevoy. You've definitely read some issues of National Alchemy, haven't you?
Oh, sure.
Culinary Almanac of the Inner Sea?
Yeah, that too. I got my pancake recipe from that one, from issue 3.
Or the most scandalous one, The Independence, describing benefits and drawbacks of governments and regimes in different states. Didn't read any of these. Oh, well, don't answer that. I don't want to spoil my impression of your barony. It's spoiled enough already. It would be hard for me to write at least something positive otherwise.
Wait, the Jubilost Narthropple? Author of the 14.5 eulogies to Pitax? Oh my, every student in the Academy of Grand Arts devoured your books, especially after King Aravetti banned them, tried you in absentia, and sentenced you to death.
Oh boy.
I see at least someone in this shabby barony has at least a rudimentary education, even if they got them in such a dubious establishment as the Pitax Academy of Grand Arts.
I was expelled for irreverence.
And proud of it.
Ha! Is this so? Well, if it is true, then you just might not be beyond hope.
So what is such a famous person doing that far from civilization?
I pursued 2 objectives. The first is to write an article on this new barony of yours for the Independence. The second is to draw a detailed map of the stolen lands. Before this barony appeared, it had been too dangerous to come here, but now an opportunity has appeared. Thanks to you, I must add. So, as you can see, the freedom of speech sometimes grants positive comments too. Anyway, I'm almost done with this journey. My article is practically ready, so is the map. All that's left to do now is to find an old dwarven outpost established here several centuries ago.
What's this dwarven outpost you're searching for?
Your ignorance is stunning. You create a barony and still you know nothing about the lands you own. I'll have to enlighten you on the subject.
Yes, you can call me Jon Snow.
You see, long ago there was a dwarven trade route crossing these lands. It connected 5 Kings Mountains and the north. The route was so important to the dwarves that they were generous enough to set a number of outposts along it, manned with armed guardians to provide protection for the traders. One of these outposts must be somewhere nearby, lost and completely forsaken, but nothing can avoid the watchful eye of the great cartographer Jubilost Narthropple. I will find this outpost, and I will mark its location on the map. You can trust me on that.
I'm looking for the troll's lair. Maybe we're looking for the same place. Let's join our efforts and start looking together.
Well, you proved to be a capable companion in a case of emergency. I guess I can entrust you with covering my back. Let's go. I will send someone for my cart later.
Yeah, like the kobolds on the other side of the river. Okay, so Jubilost is now a part of our team, I guess. Can we get to the other side? Let's quickly explore the other side. See if Tartuccio left any trails behind.
Our victory is certain.
Oh wow, that was a tough one. So we cannot get over there, it seems. Okay. Okay, we cannot reach that area either. That's fine. Let's head back. See if there's anything on this side. Maybe some more hidden valuables.
That is not far.
I
Oh,
found scared. You should be.
well, that ended poorly. What else do we have? Mouth-watering broth is shimmering in the pot. Okay. Kobold corpses are badly burned by acid and alchemist fire. Alright. The gnomes fought fiercely, but eventually they were outnumbered. The camp looks habitable. Its owners must be somewhere near, yeah. No shit. Okay, we'll take the health potions.
As it should be.
Let's see if there's something else up here. Nope. Okay. In that case, we're moving on. There is one more. Holy crap. Yeah, there's a troll. That's not good. Where is our casters who, wait, hideous laughter. Let's see if that works on a troll. And then we need fire, I guess. Oh, well. Okay. Yes, so it's clear that it's not gonna die. So let's... Where is my potion stuff? Okay, so we need those potions now. All right, that's good. And then we need to do the same over here.
You never had a chance.
Can you throw the potion already?
This will hurt.
Hello.
Let's try this way.
How difficult is it to throw this freaking potion? Move over there. Gren.
This should do it. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's unbelievable. Can someone else please throw a potion? Thank you. An elderly half-elf stands before you. His sun-bleached hair reveal him as a seasoned traveler, and the confidence with which he holds his bow reveals him to be a seasoned warrior. And his cart, full of various items, it seems a trader as well. Damn trolls almost died from the stink alone. They almost had me, since when are trolls not afraid of fire? Good thing I had a few flasks of acid among my goods. Thank you for your timely rescue, friends. A few moments more and I would have... Whoever rules this land gives little care to its safety. Former safe trade routes are given over to trolls and not a guard to be seen. But where are my manners? I am Dalton from Mivon. A trader, a merchant by trade. Who are you? I'm the Baron of these lands. Your words are fair. I'll do what I can to make the road safer. Oh, I beg your forgiveness, your grace, but these trolls, they are a threat to everyone. They've attacked several villages, destroyed several bridges, and are scaring away trade caravans, worse than bandits by far. If your grace is willing to resolve the matter, I know a mage living nearby. I visit him from time to sell him reagents for his spells. He's an expert on trolls, might know why they've suddenly become bolder and fireproof. You're from Mivon, you say? What's their view on this new barony? Long ago, Mivon was founded by the sword lords who refused to bow before the new ruler and fled Brevoy. While not Brevins anymore, our people and the people here have a lot in common. As I've heard, the barony here was founded by people from Restov. We look upon them as distant cousins, I suppose. Welcome, cousins. That is, not family you'd rather forget. Any other dangers on the road? Trolls aren't enough, huh? Actually, I've heard a disturbing rumor. It said a hodag has made his lair in a cave south of here. Whether true or not, traders are taking no chances, taking forest routes instead. Let me mark that cave on your map. I've never fought... I never fought a hodag yet. Okay. Tell me more about this mage. Bartholomew is his name. He's not bad for a human. Always so polite, so respectful, but there is something odd about him. He lives alone in the middle of the woods, his house surrounded by traps with a single safe road leading to it. No bandits nor trolls scare him. And the way he looks at you, it's like he's examining you, like he's considering to crack you open to see what's inside. It chills. I can see you're an experienced trader. Would you consider operating exclusively in my barony? Don't get me wrong, Your Grace. I've family in Brevoy, so my road always must take me there, no matter how dangerous the journey. The roads are unsafe. I would suggest you go no further than the capital and wait until the roads can be garrisoned properly. There'll be plenty of trade to be had elsewhere in the region. If things are that bad, well then perhaps I shall conduct my business here for a time. Very well. Good fortunes to you and your and safe travels. Hold a moment. I didn't have a chance to reward you for your help. Fortunes are best shared after all. Well, I could have used acid flasks actually. So, let's see. Is there more that we can loot? Yes, there is. This one as well. Okay. So let's take a quick look around, and then it's high time to end this episode.
All according to plan.
So that's it for now. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed that, by all means hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along, and I will see you in the next video.